Hi everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Tish. I'm a Pilates and strength instructor and I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are going to be working a Pilates lower body sculpt workout, implementing Pilates and strength movements. In today's flow, you are going to need your dumbbells. A light to heavy pair is totally fine, along with medium, and then you are going to need your glute band, anywhere from a light to a heavy band, whatever is comfortable for you. If anything feels off at any point, please take it away. I'd rather you feel comfortable and stay in tune with how your body feels. With that being said, let's get started in your warm-up. You can take it standing to the back of your mat, starting in your breathing, placing your hands to the sides of your rib cage, always starting off with your breath in my classes. Inhale through the nose, draw the fingertips away from each other, and then exhale. Everything out. 2 more. And exhale. Last deep breath in. Inhale. Holding it for 3, for 2, for 1, and exhale. Everything out. Beautiful. Dropping the hands to the sides of your body. Going for nice big shoulder rolls. Bring the shoulders back and behind you for 5. In 3, switching directions in 2, and 1, switch directions. In 3, meet me with both shoulders neutral in 2, and 1, beautiful. Slowly forward fold, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands are meeting that mat, soft bend in the knees. Relax your neck. From here, bend that left knee, extend that right leg. And then switch to the other side. Getting a nice stretch here. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me with both knees nice and neutral. Soft bend in both knees. Walk the hands out to the front of the mat, holding that tall plank position, holding this here. Scoop that belly button into spine. Push the hands away from you. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you pike those hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. And then drop the hips back into that tall plank. Pike those hips back up. And back into that tall plank position. Last 1. Inhale. Holding that pike. Drop that right heel. Pedal it out. Back to neutral. Drop that left heel. To get an even deeper stretch, draw that chest to your thighs for 4. In 2. Last 1. Relax both heels on that mat, press them down. Bring those hips back into that tall plank position, neutral positioning right here. Going into that leg pull, inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift that left leg, left toes off of that mat. Left leg in line with your whole body, nice and neutral. Tuck the left toes underneath. Lift that right leg up and drop the right toes back. Lift that left leg up. Beautiful. Last one on each side right here. Last one. Hold that tall plank position for 3. Drop to those knees in 2. And 1. Beautiful. Get those hands right under the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Untuck the toes. Going into that cat-cow. Dropping that belly button to mat. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that belly button into spine. Push that ground away from you. 3 more right here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, gaze comes up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, drawing everything back up. Meet me in that neutral spine right here. Lifting that left leg off of the mat. Your left knee is intact to that mat. Going into external rotations of just that left leg. From here, take that left foot and pivot it out towards the left side of your mat. And then bring it back to neutral. Just working that external rotation, warming up these hips for 2. Try not to force this. Everyone's range of motion is different. Last 3. Last 1. Back to neutral, lifting up that left shin, right shin, left leg off of that mat. Externally rotate that right foot off to that right side of the mat, come back through center. We're really going to be working the glutes and the legs today, so just warming everything up. Last 3. Last 1, back to neutral. Bring the knees apart, tuck the toes together, sit back into those heels, reach those arms in front of you. Get a nice stretch in that child's pose. Let's go for one more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Come back to all fours. Swing the legs around you to meet the front. Grab one weight, bring it towards that right side of your mat, grab that glute band and bring it to that right side of your mat as well. Meet me onto your back, hands come behind your head. Lift both heels off of the mat. Back is nice and neutral against that mat here. Going into your ab curl, keeping the elbows open the whole entire time. Chin away from the chest, inhale at the bottom, exhale as you ab curl up towards the front of the mat. Elbows stay open, and then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Last 3 before we add on. Last 1, ab curl up, lower everything coming back down. Next time you ab curl up, bring that left leg into tabletop, left knee in line with that left hip, hold for a few moments, and then lower back down. Your heels are still elevated. Ab curl up, switch that opposite leg into tabletop, and then lower back down. Halfway. Last 3. And 2. Last 1. Right here, lower both toes down. Heels are lifted. Inhale, exhale. Next time you ab curl up, bring both legs into tabletop. And then lower everything back down. Inhale, knees in line with the hips. Curl up, chin away from the chest. And lower down. Last 3. Last 1. Inhale, exhale, ab curl up, hold, and then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Place both hands on the outside of your mat. From here, extend both legs up towards the ceilings. Pointing the toes, back is nice and neutral. Pressing the hands against the mat on the outside. Lowering the legs down into that leg lower into about a 45-degree angle, or until you feel your low back lift up off of your mat. That is your breaking point. Holding it there, then drawing both legs into tabletop, hold, and then extending the legs back up to your starting position. Lowering the legs down and bringing it back in. Beautiful. Amazing. We have 3 more right here. Last one, extending the legs towards the ceiling, lowering down to that 45-degree angle. Hold. Pull the knees into tabletop, holding here. Not extending the legs. Bring the arms overhead towards the ceiling. Flip the palms towards your thighs. Inhale through the nose, exhale as you ab curl up, bring the arms to the sides of your body as you extend the legs long. That is your progression. You can keep the legs bent, chin away from the chest. Bring everything back to your starting position. We're preparing for your hundreds. You got this. Inhale, exhale. Extend the legs or keep them bent, arms to the sides. One more before we start pumping those arms a few inches up and down. Beautiful. Last one right here. Pull everything back in. Next time you extend or keep your legs bent, we are going to start our Pilates 100 on my count. Inhale, exhale, extend the legs, arms to the sides of the body. Small pumps of the arm. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Halfway. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. You got this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, and 4. Draw the knees into the chest. Whew. Wow. Amazing. Drop both feet down to the mat. Rock the legs out. Opening up those hips. Beautiful. Grabbing that band, we can prepare for our glutes. Make sure you have that one dumbbell close by. Bring that band slightly above the knees. Going into our bridging, place that one weight right on your hips. Now, if you want a bit more resistance, you can add both weights, one in each hip groove. Take what you need because we are going to be working some single leg bridging. So keep that in mind. Anything feels off, take it away. From here, slight tension on that band. Don't let there be any slack on that band. Always have some type of resistance. Inhale, exhale, peel up one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the glutes at the top, not your low back. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Low back, mid back. Good. Glutes. And then lift back up. Amazing. Last 3. Into. Last one, hold at the top here. Small pulses up and down of the hips. Pulse it up for 10. Beautiful. And 4. And 3. Lower down in 2. And 1. Lower everything coming back down. Amazing. Place that one weight in your right hip groove. Place that left hand to the outside of your mat. Bringing that left leg into tabletop, going into our single leg bridging. Inhale through the nose, exhale as you drive through your right heel, lift through that right glute, and then lower everything coming back down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Adding on in 2. Last one, hold at the top right here. Lift up through your right glute. Extend that left leg towards the front of the mat. Pull that left leg back into tabletop. Stay lifted, really working on the isometric glute bridge hold on that right side. Beautiful. We have 3. Hold that left leg extended in 2. Last one, hold that left leg extended. Lift up through your hips a little bit higher. Bring that left leg, left toes up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot and lower back down into that starting position. Point it up and flex it through. Beautiful. We have 3 more. You got this. Stay with me. Push through. In 2. Last one. Meet me with your leg lifted towards the ceiling. Hold small pulses up through the hips. 4, 5, 4, and 3. Last 2. And 1. Lower everything, coming back down. Beautiful. Place that weight back onto both hips. Take what you need. If you need some water, if you need to readjust yourself, take what you need. We are going back into our bridging again. Round 2 here before we take it to the other side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you lift up 1 vertebrae at a time. Having slight resistance on that band, lower down 1 vertebrae. Beautiful. We have 3 more before we hold up at the top. Last one. Hold at the top, squeeze the glutes, hold. Small pulses up and down of the hips for 10. Yes, you got this. Last 5. In 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything, coming back down. Place that weight in that left hip groove. Place the hand on top of the weight. Bring that right hand to the outside of your mat, right side of your mat. Bring that right leg into tabletop. Drive through your left heel. Make sure you're not lifting up through your left foot. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you lift up through into that glute bridge. And then lower everything down. We have 3. In 2. Last one. Holding everything at the top. Hold it here. Extend that right leg long towards the front of the mat. Pull it back into tabletop. Beautiful. Extend it long. And pull it back. Amazing. Lift up through that left hip, left glute a little bit higher. We have 3. Last one, hold that right leg extended, point the toe, lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot and lower it back down to your starting position. Yes, you got this. Last 2, stay with me. Last one, hold that right leg up towards the ceiling, hold. Small pulses up through that left hip for 5, for 4, you got this, 3, and 2, and 1, lower everything, coming back down. Move that weight towards the right side of the mat. Going into our core, let's take that band off around your legs and just place it off to that right side. Give yourself enough space on your mat to extend both legs. Extend the arms overhead. We are going into our full teaser. Inhale through the nose, peeling up neck, chest, shoulders. As you lift up that chest, giving you a few options. Draw both legs into tabletop, or you can take that full teaser at the top. Chin away from the chest. Reach those arms towards the front of the mat. Hold. And then lower everything, coming back down. A Pilates teaser will definitely get you, so take your time. Inhale, exhale, lift everything through. Take your time, holding it at the top. Amazing. Give me 2 more. Last one. Teaser it up, hold. Hold for 2, for 1. Lower everything, coming back down. Amazing. Finishing off in our crisscross. Bring both legs into tabletop. Hands come behind the head. Few things when it comes to cueing here. I really want you to reach that elbow and lift that shoulder up to that knee versus the knee to shoulder and elbow. Let's begin. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you extend that right leg long. Lift up neck, chest, right shoulder off of your mat and really lift through your chest. Come back through center and switch to that opposite side. Beautiful. Take your time here. Last 8. Yeah, stay with me. Into. Last one, knees to chest right here. Beautiful, rock side to side. Slowly roll up like a ball whenever you are ready. Grab that weight that you have on that right side of the mat and place it to the front. Grabbing that resistant band, let's place it above the knees again. Going into a bit more glute isolation, coming back to all fours. Meet me with your right forearm down on that mat. If you are wearing shorts or feel like your band is riding up, place your right knee underneath that band. From here, lift up through that right elbow, extend that left leg long. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale as you lift that left leg up into that glute lift, and then lower down. Pull that belly button into spine, no arching that low back. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that glute lift up, holding it here. Flex that foot, hamstring curl, hold. Point that toe and extend. Isolating this hamstring curl right here. Gaze is at the front of the mat. No straightening the neck. Last 3. Last 1. Hold that left leg extended, hold it here. Draw that left knee to left elbow, connect, hold. And then extend the left leg long back to your starting position. Beautiful. Last 3. Last one, hold that left leg extended at the top. Small pulses up and down of that left leg, a few inches for 8. In 4. Lower that left leg down in 3. In 2. And 1. Lower that left leg down. Meet me on that right side of your body. Lower all the way down towards your right side. Propping your right hand on your head, grab one weight or grab 2 depending on what type of challenge you want to give yourself. Meet me with both legs bent. Body is nice and neutral. The only thing is slightly in front of you are your knees. Lift up through. Make sure you're not slouching into your right hand. Lift up through. If this is too much, you can always take everything laying all the way down. For me, I'm going to hold my right hand on my head. Weight is going to be in the middle of your thigh, your left thigh. Flex both of your feet. We're going into a 90-90 clamshell pull apart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you pull that band apart, pull that left leg away from you. So you are disconnecting your feet. And then lower everything coming back down. Inhale, exhale, hold. And lower down. Last 3. Last one, hold that left leg up nice and high, small pulses up and down of that left leg, left knee for 5. Beautiful. Stay lifted with that top leg, don't drop. In 3, in 2, and 1. Hold at the top here. Bring that left knee in line with that left hip. Hold. Press that left leg back into that straight leg, going into that leg press. Swing it forward, in line with that left hip, and push it back. Beautiful. We have 3. Last one, leg press it in, push it back out, hold that left leg up, small pulses up and down. You got this for 5. In 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower that left leg down. Bring that weight towards the front of your mat. Prop yourself up onto your right forearm. Extend both legs long. Going into that side teaser, extend that left leg up. Push the hips forward towards that front of the mat. Chest up here. Inhale. Exhale. Lift both legs up towards your left hand into that side teaser. Hold. Lower down. Beautiful. Lifting up through. We have 3. Last one. Hold it, meet it at the top right here. Hold it right here. Drop that right leg down to meet that mat and lift up through for 5. You got this. We have 3. In 2. Last one. Hold it at the top, just isometric hold here for 4. For 3, in 2, and 1. Lower everything coming back down. Amazing work. Let's take everything to that other side. Grab your weight, let's prepare and get ready. From here, your left forearm is going to be on that mat. Again, if that band is riding up, place that band underneath that left knee. Drop that left forearm down to that mat. Extend that right leg long. Place that right hand on and push yourself away. Belly button into spine. Gazes at the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale. Lift that right leg up into that glute lift. And then lower down. We've been here before, so if anything feels off, you can take the band away. Anything can be taken away. Last two. Last one. Hold everything up at the top. Flex and bend. Flex that foot and bend that right knee. Hold. Extend that leg and point the toe for that hamstring curl. Beautiful. We have 3. In 2. Hold that right leg extended. In 1, holding that right leg extended. Draw that right knee to right elbow, hold. And extend everything long. Beautiful. We have 3. Last one. Right knee to elbow. Extend that right leg long, hold. And pulse that right leg up and down for 10. You got this. And 3. Lower that right leg down in 2. And 1, right leg down, right toes meet that back of your mat. Rotate to that left side of your body. Replace that band, place it slightly above the knee. Meet me all the way lying down on your left side of your body. Remember, a few options. Take it all the way down or prop yourself onto your left hand. Place that weight in the middle of your right thigh. Your body is nice and neutral. Slightly bring both knees diagonal, slightly in front of your chest, not too far. Your gaze is at the front. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, flex both feet as you pull that right leg away from that left leg. 90-90 clamshell here. And lower down. We have 3. In 2. Last one. Hold it at the top right here. Hold. Small pulses up and down of that right leg for 5. Keep that right leg up nice and high for 3. Stop that pulse in 2. And 1. Hold it here. Bring that right knee in line with your right hip. Keep that right foot flexed. Extend that right leg nice and long. Hold. Beautiful. Draw right leg in and flex it out. Amazing. In 3. In 2. Last one. Draw that right knee in. Extend that right leg long. Hold. Small pulses up and down of that right leg for 5. You got this. In 3. In 2. And 1. Lower everything down. Move that weight away. Prop yourself up onto your left forearm. Extend both legs nice and long. Right hand up towards the ceiling, going into that side teaser. Inhale, exhale, rotate to your left cheek. Lift up those legs towards your right hand, hold. And then rotate the chest forward, push the hips forward. Beautiful. Chest up proud as you lift. Last 3. In 2. Last 1. Hold that full side teaser at the top, hold it here. Drop that left leg down to meet that mat and back through center. Beautiful. We have 3. Both legs back together in 2. And 1, holding everything at the top here, just isometric hold. For 4, for 3, in 2. And 1, lower everything, coming back down. Amazing job. Meet me back to your center, standing up nice and tall. Going into our standing series, I'm going to give you an option. If you want to keep the band on to give yourself extra resistance, take what you need. I'm here. I'm going to keep that band on. I'm going to grab both of the weights. Going into our lunges and a little bit of core. Weights are going to be at the center of your chest right here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax those elbows. From here, as we're going into that static lunge, your left heel is lifted up off of that mat. As you lower down into that lunge, your back leg and your front leg is at a 90-degree angle. Lift up through that right glute and that right hamstring. Both feet, right foot is flat on that mat, left heel is lifted, and then lift it through. Take your time here. There is a lot of balance. We are going to add a little bit of back here. It's all connected, and who doesn't love a good back exercise? Last 3 before we add on. Last 1, lower down into that lunge. Meet me up nice and tall. Next time you lower down, hold that reverse lunge. Extend that left leg as you drop the weights down towards the front of your mat. Slight forward lean in that chest. Row the weights to meet the sides of your body. Drop the weights back down towards the front of your mat. Bring the weights back to the center of your chest as you lower down into that lunge, and then stand it back up. That's our next layer. Lower down, hold. Extend that left leg, drop that front chest. Row the arms. Drop it down. Weights come back through center as you come back into that lunge. Sit up tall. Static lunge, slight forward lean already here. Extend and row. Beautiful. Last 2. Last combo, drop it down. Extend, hold. We're not lifting up, just isolate that row for 8. We have 3. Into. Last 1. Hold the weights down towards that mat. Lift up through that right leg. Swing that left leg towards that right foot and meet everything back to your center. Pivot towards that left side of your mat, giving yourself enough space to work towards that left side. From here, bring the weights overhead. Going into your marching, make sure your back is not arched. Pull that belly button in. Bring that left leg in to that knee drive. Hold. Flex that left foot. Lower everything down. Beautiful. Getting a little bit of low core here. Last 2. Last 1, hold that left leg up in that knee drive. Step out towards that left side. Both feet are nice and straight. Drop down, bring the weights down towards that mat into that lateral lunge. From here, draw everything back through center. We're not adding in that knee drive at the top here, taking it away. Just going into the weights overhead, dropping it down, coming back through center. Beautiful. And keeping that right leg extended the whole time. Last 3. Holding down in that lunge, in 2. Last 1, hold it here, slight forward lean in that chest. Just row the arms in and down for 8. Beautiful. We have 3, in 2. Last 1, hold the arms down. Pick up that chest a little bit higher. Just lift up a few inches with that left hip and then lower back down. Small pulses up and down. For 5, you got this. Get low. In 2. And 1. Come back through center. Whew. Shake it out. Give yourself a few moments. Drop the weights if you need to. Roll out the wrists just a little bit. Take what you need. Amazing, amazing job. So proud of you guys. We are almost to the home stretch. Let's finish off that other leg. Step that right leg back. Going into your static lunge. Right leg back, weights are at the front of the chest. Lift that right heel up off of that mat. Relax the shoulders away from the hips. 90-90 with both of the front and back leg. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Don't let that right knee hit the mat. And then lift it back up. Beautiful. Last 2 before we add on. Last 1, hold it down right here. Extend that right leg long as you drop that front chest. Arms are fully extended. Hold right here. Row the arms. Bring it down. Weights come back to the chest. Come back into that low lunge and back through center. Beautiful. Lower down. Hinge it forward. Row. Down. Weights. And up. Beautiful, you got this. Four more. Last 2. Last 1, lower down. Hinge it forward, right leg extended. Just isolate that row for 8. We have 4. And 3. You got this in 2. And 1, lower the weights down towards that mat. Come back through center with that right leg. Rotate so you have enough space moving to the right. Lift the weights overhead. Going into that single leg march with that right leg. Make sure back is an arch, tuck that rib cage in. Draw that right leg up into that knee drive. Keep that right foot flexed and lower down. Last 4. And 2. Last 1. Hold that right leg in that march, holding it right here. Step that right leg out. Bring the weights, 1 in between each leg. Feet aren't right out in front of you. Hold that low lateral lunge. Slight forward lean in that chest, not all the way down. Slight forward lean. Push off that right foot back through center, taking away that knee drive. Just that lateral lunge with the arms. Drop it down, back through center. Beautiful. Give me one more lateral lunge. Come back through center. Step it out. Hold that lateral lunge at the bottom. Just isolate that row for 8. Beautiful. You know what's coming next. We're pulsing in 3. You got this. Arms nice and long in 2. And 1, arms nice and long. Lift up that right hip a few inches and lower back down, pulsing it up and down for 5. Yes, you got this. Finish strong. Don't stop in 3. In 2. And 1. Lift everything back up. Shake it out. Move the weights away. We are done. Get some water if you need it. We are going into our finisher. Let's see it. Giving you a few moments. Get that heart rate down. We are going into our plank sequence finisher. From here, bring the arms overhead. Place the feet at the width of the mat. From here, slowly bring the hands down to the mat. Go into that low squat, holding this right here. Slight forward lean in that chest, not too far. You should still have your band on. So if you feel your band with your chest, lift that chest up a little bit higher. Hold here. From here in that low squat, then walk the hands out towards the front of the mat. Holding here for 1, for 2. Stay nice and low, bend through the knees, meet me back in that low squat. Hold. And then walk the hands back to the front of the mat. Beautiful. Last 2. Beautiful. Give me 1 more low squat. Hold. Walk the hands out. Holding it right here. Beautiful. Hold it here for 2, for 1. Step that left leg out towards that left outside of your mat. Back through center. Step that right leg out. Back through center. Alternating each side. Beautiful. Last 3. You got this. Stay with me in 2. And 1. Both legs back in center right here. Hold. Going into that low plank push. Drop to that left forearm. Drop to that right forearm. Hold for a few moments. Stay on your knees if you need to. Push off onto that left hand. Back to that right hand. Holding here. Lowering to that left, lowering to that right, and pushing up. Again, if you need to drop to your knees, take what you need. Make sure your hips are not rocking side to side. Stay nice and neutral. Beautiful. And 3. Meet me in that low plank, both forearms down in 2. Last 1. Meet me on both forearms, finishing out right here. Hold that low plank. Pull that belly button into spine. We're finishing strong for 10. Yes, you got this. In 5. Drop to those knees. In 3. In 2. And 1. Drop to those knees. Pull them apart. Point the toes. Sit back into the heels. Child's pose. Just get that heart rate down for a few moments. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Come back through center, hands over the shoulders. Drop the hips and the pelvis down towards the front of the mat into that cobra. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Rock the hips side to side. Getting a stretch. Come back to all fours. Swing the feet around you towards the front of your mat. Drop that band. Place it close by. Let's bend that left leg. Extend that right leg long. Inhale through the nose. Reach that left arm up and over towards your right foot and holding it here. Get a nice side bend stretch for 3 and 2 and 1. Meet me with your left hand down on that mat, going into a nice hip stretch. Bring that left hand a little bit further away from you. Push those hips forward. Reach it far over with that right hand. Holding it here. Lower everything, coming back down. Let's switch to the other side. Left leg extended, right leg is bent. Reach that right arm over. Side bend stretch, reach for those left toes. Back through center, drop that right hand down, bring it a little bit further away. Reach out, left arm up and over, push those hips, push through that right side of your leg. Beautiful. And for 1, lower down. Meet me on your back. Grab your band. Let's go into an assisted hamstring stretch. Place that band on your right foot. Bring that right leg up towards the ceiling. Slowly bring that right leg in towards your chest. Make sure your right leg is nice and straight. If your leg is bent here, you're not getting a full optimal stretch. So if you can only bring your leg up to here, that's totally fine, as long as your leg is extended. Slowly lower that right leg down, pull that band out, and switch it to that left side. Extend that left leg up, pull that left leg into that hamstring stretch. Slowly lower that left leg down, take that band out. Beautiful. Bring both knees in, both feet on that mat, going into that lumbar rotation, stretching of that low back and the hips. One more each side. Come back through center, extend both legs long, bring the arms overhead. Full body stretch, point the toes, reach the fingertips long. Inhale, exhale, draw both knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side here to just stretch out that low back. When you're ready, slowly roll up like a ball. Come to a seated position, crisscross, whatever is comfortable for you. Finishing it off right here. Bring the hands down towards the back of you. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, release the hands back down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Reach both hands, bring them together at the top. Inhale. Exhale, bring it to your heart center. You moved through challenge today, like I always said. You showed up for yourself, you made it through, and you proved that you can do hard things. Give it up for yourself. Amazing job today, everyone. I'm so proud of you for getting through another amazing workout. You should be so proud of yourself. And this was a really, really good one. So take whatever additional stretching that you need. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Give me any feedback that you have. I really appreciate you guys for being here. And with that being said, I will see you on the mat the next time on Monday. See you then. Bye.